This is GTF Loudpack, and I just jump off the porch with dirty glove bastards.
Latino mama see the drink that knocked up like a margarita. She think I'm a famous rapper, but I'm rich, I'm selling uncle.
Alright, we got GTF Loudpack jumping off the porch with us today.
What's up, my boy? What it do?
What's going on with your gang?
Coolin'.
For sure. It's a pleasure to have you on the porch looking like it.
You already know.
No route. So what you getting into in the city of Atlanta, man?
Shit, we right now. We working. Mostly working. At the same time, come the fuck off too, you know?
Yeah. What type of things you get into when you visit the city of Atlanta?
Shit, majority of the time, we just working. Mostly work. And, no time to play. Like, we don't come to vote, like, BS around, play around. We come to Atlanta, we work, go back home.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do too much lollygagging around.
Real spill. Not just Atlanta, but how does it make you feel working in other cities besides back home in Charleston?
It make me feel motivated, because coming from home, like, music scene ain't really too big in Charleston, like, but it's getting there, Everybody doing what they're supposed to do. It ain't really too big, so that motivates me more.
Yeah.
Having motion in other cities,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say it's hard to make it out of Charleston?
I wouldn't say hard. You just gotta, have that drive and like really put your all in it, like gotta go hard with it, like you gotta stay in their face, like I don't feel like it's hard. Like ain't nobody really like staying in their face to say, like we can really say Charleston did it, like but we doing it now.
For sure. So for somebody who ain't never really been to the city or shit like that, how would you explain the way of life and the culture of Charleston, South Carolina?
Said Charleston just like any other city, Typical, everything same, typical. A lot of other motion going on, a lot of drama going on. Ain't nothing too different, just getting money, having motion,
Yeah.
Same shit, every other place,
Yeah.
Nothing different.
Being that you've seen a lot of the other hoods, across the country, what would you say make the hoods in Charleston stand out from the other hoods across the country?
What I can say about Charleston, like, I can really say, other cities, like, they gang bang. We gang bang too, don't get me wrong, like, we got gang bang, but they don't really gang bang too hard in Charleston, like, not too hard, but they gang bang,
Yeah.
Like you go other places, that shit, like, more Tetris in the field with it,
Yeah.
Charleston, we ain't on that, like, you more rep your hood type.
Yeah, you bang your hood, you bring your block type shit.
Yeah.
That's real. So how would you describe your upbringing and your childhood in that environment?
Shit, like, for the most part, I say shit, I come up good, Had a good parents, come up in good home, I just always had my own motion, so, I create my own motion, and that's why I at right now today with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much would you say effect would that had on you, that playing that how you are today? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you came from a good home, you was taught X, Y, and Z, it played out to how you is today.
Well, I can normally say, shit, like, as far as, like, I've been really into sports a lot, like, once you get in the streets,
Yeah.
all that just out the box. So once I branch off and in the streets, like, it just been up since then, Had to find my own way,
Yeah. What sport would you play?
Basketball and football.
Cold with it.
We're cool with it.
So when would you say you like veered off and seen what the streets had to offer?
I veered off like around 15, 16, and the streets just had my attention since then. Yeah.
So when would you say you decided to jump off the porch?
Jump off the porch like 11, 12. Always been doing bad shit around the neighborhood,
Yeah.
Like, just running around, being typical child in the neighborhood, having fun, doing a little bad shit here and there.
Yeah.
So been off the porch, yeah.
So what's some of the shit you can say you done seen and endured from jumping off the porch at an early age?
Well, I can say is damn, when you're in the streets, you gotta pay attention, at all times. You gotta pay attention, like, you could be in the streets, you can't be in the streets halfway. You gotta be in them all the way,
Yeah.
There's consequences when you're in the street, so all I can say is just pay attention at all times, you know?
Yeah,
Never let your guard down in no situation, you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
Being that, you know what I'm saying, you know you got to make that decision like, shit, I'm not going to be halfway in it, I'm going to dive all the way in it. How did it make you feel when you see certain people not stand they whole 10 when, you know what I'm saying, the consequences might, you know what I'm saying, hit them?
See, like me, personally, I stand on morals, you know? Like, you can't be around me if you don't got certain morals, you know? Like, if we ain't on the same page, like, I ain't even gonna put myself in a situation with you for we don't have to go through nothing. Like, a lot of people don't stand on morals. Like, they got their different ways of being in the street. Like, there's only one way of being in the street, and that's all the way 100 solid to all the rules. Ain't no breaking no codes and shit like that. Yeah.
Real spill. How does it make you feel knowing that you stand on those morals and codes and you see people getting by breaking those morals and codes?
Shit, every day. That happen every day, you know? You know, you got people out there like, who don't stand on that, but act like they love that, and you know? People glorify them more than the people who really love that life, you know?
Yeah.
I don't really look at it no other type of way. It just like, damn, like, what it take for to get the real in the door more.
Yeah.
Versus the halfway, you know?
Did you have like any OGs or influences that came along, gave you guidance along the way?
Yeah. I would say one of my OG fat boy, he just passed away. God bless the day, you know? He just passed away like a week ago. Like, that was one of the really motivation out the hood. Like, anybody out my hood, like, you know, anybody you see behind me right now and they speak on that, like, he stamped that hood, you know, like, he stamped certified, like, ain't too much people I look up to, you know, like, they don't be standing on real morals. I say fat boy, yeah, that my OG.
That's real. So at what point would you say you faced your first life lesson of the streets?
When I was like 16, I had to get in some trouble, you know? I had to get in some trouble and I had to really realize, like, damn, you gotta pay attention. Like, you will be in the street, you can't put yourself in certain positions or certain places at certain times. You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time and you just get caught up, and that shit hard to get out.
So at what point would you say you made the ultimate life decision to change the trajectory of your life? Like, shit, I'm a trapper turned rapper.
Well, you saying like, when I decided I would be more of a rapper? Or when I was just looking at life different?
Looking at life different.
When I had my first child. When I had my little man, I'm about 18, yeah, around 18, I had my little man. That made me look at shit a whole lot different. Like, you gotta pay attention more. Like, I ain't just out trying for me no more. I out trying for him now.
For sure. How important is fatherhood to you?
Fatherhood, like, I stand on business at all times, you know, like, that I big on that, like, God ain't gonna bless you if you ain't doing right by your children, so any chance I get, like, I make sure I do what I gotta do, like, my baby moms ain't gotta be on my ass, shit like that, like, take care of business, like that's something I big on, standing on business when it come down to them, like, all the shit I got, they got. I don't treat them no different, you know, that's just how I rock.
For sure. Not only as a father though, but how does that make you feel as a person knowing, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm providing for my children, I'm providing for me, I'm providing for my family. How does that make you feel? Like, does it make you feel like a stand-up nigga? Because a lot of niggas don't even, you know what I'm saying, take care of home.
Yeah, that shit made me stand up more, like, you know, because I gotta be there more, like, I ain't just got one child, I got 6, you see what I'm saying? So I really gotta put in time, put in work, you know, to make sure I got roof over their head, make sure, you know, they got food on the table. So shit like that, like, not too much, like, I would say, me personally, fatherhood, like, I feel like I'm doing good since jump, you see what I'm saying? Like, you know, people go through ups and downs, you know, but I don't really feel like I had that, you know, I had rocky times with baby mamas, you go through that in life, but fatherhood, like, I stand 100% good father.
That's real. Oftentimes, like, people, like, come up with their own opinions of, you know what I'm saying, looking at you and judging your life, like, oh, he got this, he got that, you know what I'm saying? They'll look on the outside like, oh, his life lit. So talk about some of the discouraging days that you be having and what keeps you motivated to keep going.
Well, they only see the good, you know, like they don't see the bad, you know, like
Yeah.
what people got to go through to get this, like all the jewelry, like, it just ain't happening overnight, like this determination, dedication, and what I had going on in my grind, you know, like I put my focus in there, like I just ain't get that overnight at all. Just wake up and like, oh, I got some jewelry, like, no, I had to take my time and get to where I had to get at to get that, so. People from the outside looking in, they'll be like, oh yeah, they got this, they got that. But no, like, it ain't easy. Especially where I come from. Charleston ain't easy. Like, we don't got too much outlets. Like, we in the bottom of it, you know? We in the bottom, so gotta grind, gotta get it out the mud.
For sure. How do it make you feel knowing people will come in contact with you or people you come in contact with, you know what I'm saying, and they don't have that mindset, you know what I'm saying, they even put forth the effort into achieving something for themselves, but they'll look at you, I want this, I want that, you know what I'm saying, but they lack certain things, like they don't even know how to wake up on time, you know, or get in place at a certain time, you know what I mean, like just small necessities.
See, me personally, like I said before, in one of the questions you were asking me, like, I don't place myself around people like that, you see what I'm saying, like, you know from Jump Street, how a person, like, I big on energy, so you know from Jump Street, like how a person coming, just how the energy when they first approach you, you know, like, and I beg on that energy. So if your energy ain't right, I ain't even gonna place myself around you.
Facts. So when would you say you decided to turn a new leaf and try music?
I've been doing music for a little minute. I would say like 6, 7 years, but I ain't been taking it serious. Like, you know Charleston, like, we ain't too, like, our city ain't too big with the music. Like you do some music and drop a video, they just like see that and be like, oh, he just dropped a video, you know, like it wouldn't get the attention span like how other cities like support each other like that. Like we ain't got that type of vibe in our city to put the city where it need to be at. So I would say when I transitioned, I would say like 2 years ago. Cause I had CEO at the same time. I got my own record label. I got an artist too. So I would say 2 years ago. I started taking it real serious.
And tell the world, what is GTF?
GTF, that's a record label. I started like, we've been like GTF since we been like little boys. Like we'd say, yeah, we GTF. Like we like get that faded. That didn't mean like we gonna get that money. Like, you know, like some people might don't know what faded means. So like get that money. Like we always gonna say, all us to have money when we grew up, so we was like, shit, we go run with GTF, we go get that Freddy. So, and that's when I ran with the record label, get that Freddy record.
That's real. What type of impact would you describe Get That Freddy to have?
Like we gonna have like that turn vibe, like out of nowhere, they'd be like, damn, like where they come from, like that's that type of vibe I trying to bring to the industry, like who these people are, like where they come from, how they just pop out of nowhere and they just doing this, like, you know, they looking like a bigger label than what it is, you know? That's how I come with it.
For sure. How or what type of situation would you want to see happen from a major label situation if you were to sign?
Me personally, it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense for everybody, like, you know, like, it gotta make sense for when I say everybody, all the artists, like, not just me, you know, cause like I said, I a CEO, so I want to see everybody eat, like, everybody eat, so if it makes sense, I'll fuck around with like trying to let a major label sign us. But other than that, like, I don't really seeing that happen. I just seeing us putting the drive and the effort in, like, it just coming natural. Like, that's my manifestation stage with it.
That's real. How did it make you feel to get called down to 100.1 The Beat and get your song played on the radio and get interviewed?
That one that kind of touched me. You know, like, when I first dropped my project, like, you know, like I said, Charleston, like, you know, you one of them study, like, you got people who fuck with you, then you got people who don't, you know, like. So, when I drop my project and it get the exposure that he done, like, that really had touched me too. So, when the call had come, like, I'm like, yeah, it really, you know, the CD getting out there, so. That what really got me right here, right now. The motion from all that going on.
That's real. So let's talk more so about the project, Trapper Turn Rapper. Where did the motivation come from to name the project not only, but you know what I'm saying, retell those stories and some of the shit you done went through?
Shit, we come up with the name Trapper Turn Rapper, you know, like, us being in the streets, like, trying to transition from the streets, like, just trying to get out the streets, so, like, it was really more so real life, like, ain't no cap and what we got going on, like, just trying to do something different, legal way, to keep the people from bothering you, that's just how.
For sure. How was it being in that booth and reliving some of those stories you was telling on this project?
Me personally, like, I gotta be in the vibe, like, I gotta go and do things, like go have fun, like we gotta go to Miami, like, we might go to New York, like, I just ain't want to be in one, I just can't be in one spot and just be like, oh, I'm gonna go mix some music today, like, I need to have a vibe, like, I need to go do this and do this, and, you know, then I get on that mic and just pop it. Like,
Hell yeah.
That's just how I be coming out with good music.
Hell yeah.
Like, doing a lot of mixing up and having motion with my record label.
What is it that you want listeners to take from your music?
Like, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know, like, I ain't get to that part yet. Like, I just transitioning over, like, you know, as we get there, like, I can know why I want more out of the music right now.
For sure.
I just let my fans pick, like, what they like as of right now. Yeah.
Talk about your love for fashion and jewelry.
I love that jewelry, as you see. I love that jewelry, like, yeah, like, jewelry, like, when I buy my first chain, it became a habit, like, I going crazy after that, like, buying chain back to back. But at the same time, learning the jewelry business, you know, like, just don't go buying any old thing, you know, like, cause you got jewelers out there bullshit, and you ain't gonna tell you the real. They just gonna get the money.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I got a fashion for that jewelry.
How do you stay away from jewelers who's selling you some bullshit, and how do you know the difference? Get a nigga some game, you know what I'm saying? Get them right.
Basically, like, I do my research. Like, you know me, I'm gonna do my research on diamond clarity, the diamond layer, like, how it's supposed to look, you know, like, I can go ask them. I'm gonna go ask them, and I want my paperwork. I want all my, like, you not give me this paperwork, you sell me ain't some shit that ain't what it's supposed to look, I taking you to court. That just said me, like, I need my paperwork off top, like, my appraisal off top.
How much of an investment would you say jewelry is?
Jewelry, like, man, it depends on what type of jewelry you buying, like, this right here, this ain't no investment. This is just like popping it type shit. Like, you gotta buy more plain jean and more, you know, solid, more Cuban. That's investing in jewelry. Yeah.
So, what's the difference between investment jewelry and jewelry just to flex with?
Jewelry just to flex with. You just having it and then just being smart with it. Like, you know, being smart with it. You buy jewelry. Like, you know, like, hold value, you know gonna hold the value, like, this shit cost, but it don't hold no value, you see what I'm saying? Cause it's not clean or, you know, yeah.
What about fashion tip?
I like that fashion.
Hell yeah. Well, I just seen you with the goddamn Louis V's on with the goddamn Nike shits, right? Yeah, goddamn the Air Force One motherfuckers, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about how you struck on them and your investment in other pieces.
Like, That's an investment.
I was gonna say that's an investment.
That's an investment. Like them shoes that run me 15 grand. Like couple years, they should be like in between like 30 to 40 grand.
I'll get 50.
Yeah, like,
I think it'd be like 50.
Yeah. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I ain't even have one wear them, you know? But
Yeah.
I just like I ain't gonna wear them anyway. One time and just put them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you know, like, and look for certain pieces to know, like, all right, this some shit to goddamn cop? Because fashion is like, you know what I'm saying, real investment shit too, if you goddamn know what you're doing.
As far as the fashion, like, I don't know the investment pieces as far as all the Gucci and like, but as far as like the Jordans and stuff like that, I know with Jordan, like, you gotta buy this, just the one over time, just the one gonna be worth money. Yeah, I know them. I know the fashion and that. Yeah.
So what would you say is your all-time favorite shoe that you done collected so far?
Them Louis V's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the biggest one so far. I got other shit that's high, but the Louis V's, that's killing them right now because it's an investment, the biggest investment. Shoes like that,
So have you gotten booked for any shows so far since dropping Trap and Turn Rapper?
Yeah, I know I get booked for like, I now get booked for 2. I got a 3rd one pending. Yeah, I doing good so far. Like I ain't been expecting that.
For sure.
Right, I ain't been expecting that.
How would you describe your transition from, as you say, you know what I'm saying, Trap and Turn Rapper?
Be real, I see the transition like it happening. Like they calling.
Yeah.
Like I hate when they call me though. I hate when they call me. They try to call me and try to go around my management. I don't like that. Like they try to call me like, hey, how much you want for a show? Like, you already know the call. I ain't gonna tell you no different. You know, like, yeah. But for the most part, they flowing. We have emotion.
Would you say the transition was hard or easy? Because like you saying, you know what I'm saying, you gotta leave this shit alone and then you gotta just trust the process on this wholeheartedly. So how would you describe that for you?
I would say like, it really been kind of easy. Cause I already had in my mind like, that's what I want to do. I already situated just to do this. You see what I'm saying? So, easy to me.
Real spill. What's some of the goals you got set for yourself in this upcoming new year?
Shit, like, drop a couple more projects. Like, I got a couple more projects about to come, like, in the new year. Turn me up a little bit more. Having more motion with the music. Seeing my artists right on side of me, having the same motion. Making sure everybody eat. That's just how I want to come.
How does it feel sometimes playing, you know what I'm saying, the big homie role, you know what I'm saying, know that you the boss and all of this, you know what I'm saying, GTF organization. So it's like, how do you lead sometimes when you don't feel, you know what I'm saying, that you're so strongest?
Before I get in a position I am right now, I always have to tell myself like, I won't be the boss. Like, I won't have everything going through me. Not saying like ain't nobody else bosses like, but I won't be a boss and have my own motion like, and having shit going through me. So for the most part, like I already know that. For the most part, I already know that it's gonna come like that. You know, like. Yeah. It's just how I put the pieces of the puzzle together, like, just like for the most part, like my artists, like, I had to make a good choice at what I gonna do, who I gonna pick to be in charge of the record label. And so far, I feel like I did a good choice.
That's real. How does it make you feel to know that you done built the team strong enough to where you don't always have to be as hands-on as need be?
I feel good. I've been at know that since before I really start dropping my music. Like I've been in the situation on house arrest, so I couldn't move, so everybody around me already been moving and doing what they're supposed to do. Like, I just been the only key to the puzzle that been missing, so I just pick out the slack when I get out my situation.
Real spill. So when you're not doing music, what's some of the shit you working on? What's some of your hobbies?
Like trying to invest in real estate. Trying to buy some trucks and shit like that too.
How important would you say it is to be business savvy and not just only focus on music, like more so focus on revenues and income, not just one sole stream?
You gotta be big on that. Like, you can't just, like, it ain't guaranteed like we gonna blow with music, so you gotta have different avenues of income, you know, like at the end of the day, you still got family to feed and make sure everybody eats, so if rapping don't work, you gotta have something else to fall back on. So that's why I be big on looking for real estate and truckings and shit like that.
Real spill. Any last words and shout outs?
I want to shout out my record label. I want to shout out my artist, SFG King. I want to shout out my other people's WAP and everybody on the back of this porch with me. And everybody else from Charleston, South Carolina that got motion, having motion. I don't even care. We don't see eye to eye. Like, everybody having motion, doing what it's supposed to do. That shit gonna happen.
Real spill.
Oh shit, I got a video shoot. I gotta leave though.
Latino mama see the drink that knocked up like a margarita. She think I'm a famous rapper, but I'm rich. I sell her up for me. The street saying that shit.